Central High School students welcomed a special guest speaker today.
As you'll see, he has several physical limitations, but that doesn't stop him from sharing his message of inspiration. News 8's Pauline Lee is live in our studio with more.
Mark and Lisa, Patrick Henry Hughes traveled all the way from Louisville, Kentucky to share his story with students today. Now, to say that he's faced some challenges in his life is a bit of an understatement, but even so, he's never lost sight of reaching his dreams. If you asked Patrick Henry how he moves through life, he'd say he just takes it in stride.
I've always said, God made me blind and unable to walk. Big deal. Look at all the other great things he's provided for me. Hi, Eva. Nice to meet you.
Patrick Henry was born with conditions leaving him without eyes and limbs that never fully formed. To many who think his life is filled with roadblocks and obstacles, he says he's the lucky one.
I never really dwelt on things like that. And in fact, I do see blindness more as an ability and sight more as the disability, because I've come to discover, there are some people with sight who tend to judge others by, their hair length, their hairstyle, skin color, the clothing they wear, all those outward appearances. But, being blind, I don't see that. I only see that which is within a person.
He was a straight-A student in mainstream schooling growing up. Now at 23 years old, Patrick is an accomplished musician and author. He has traveled with his dad for the past 5 years, speaking to packed audiences around the world, hoping to motivate and inspire people with his fascinating story.
Patrick has been inspiring me for 23 years. He has a never-say-die attitude. Any challenge to him is an opportunity to excel.
This is where I'm meant to be.
As his #1 fan, traveling with his son on his path through life is more than a blessing.
It's just incredibly fun to watch my son move people, young and old. I mean, from 8 to 98.
I said it, Georgia.
But to Patrick Henry, it's just all in a day's work.
Oh, Georgia. People will say that I inspire them or what have you, but I've always viewed myself as just an ordinary guy living my life.
I asked Patrick Henry what he's planning to tackle next, and he says his dream job would be hitting the spotlight as a TV game show host, maybe taking over for Pat Sajak. But if that doesn't work, he did major in Spanish in college, and so he's looking into becoming a Spanish interpreter or an international ambassador to a Spanish-speaking country.
My goodness, thank you so much, Pauline. Now, Patrick started playing the piano at 9 months, and if you needed any more inspiration after watching that story, so far Patrick Henry has recorded 2 CDs, and he's co-written a book with his father.
Really great relationship with his dad. He also performed at tonight's annual Evening of Inspiration dinner put on by the Y. I posted on my Facebook page a really great story about him and his dad when they were in college, and I'm not going to ruin it for you, but if you head to our Facebook page, it's a fantastic story.